Hey guys, this is Goku, and on this channel we talk about poker and we try to improve our game using the different solutions available out there. We're now using the GTO Wizard, and for the past few sessions we've been playing the BB defense spot. We're gonna continue doing that. We want to improve our score because it's not awesome, it's not great, and I was thinking maybe we stick to having the effective maybe not. Maybe let's not stick. Yeah, maybe actually let's try those 35, 30, 25 big blind stacks, because these are actually the ones that are often played. What do I just in the tournament, so let's practice them. Queen 10 off on the big blind is a call versus under the gun +1. I'm gonna check on ace queen 6, and we're gonna call a bet, and we see the solver's doing that 12% of the time. So the solver seems to be raising here with this hand. Probably we'll check it in a moment, but now on the turn, do we check or do we lead with our particular hand? I think it makes sense to lead sometimes. Again, solver disagrees. Gonna shove it, of course, but let's see what went wrong here. On the flop. Oh, so actually the solver's folding here 87% of the time and calling only 12.1. EV of both decision is 0. And on the turn, where we hit our trips, the solver's again checking or betting 20% of the pot, 50-50. Betting half pot is not a big EV loss, but the solver's not doing that. And on the river, there's no solution, but I guess this is what the only play to shove it all in. But let's move on. 7-3 is a fold, of course. 6-4 off is a fold. It's not a fold. So one gapper offsuited, one gapper on 25 BBs should be a call versus cutoff opening. Let's try and remember that for the future. A6 off versus under the gun open is a call. On king 10, we're gonna check. And do we call this here? Nope, we don't call this. We should just fold. And gonna try and bet 10% and get called by 5s. Yeah, we see on the flop we should just fold 100%. Calling is minus 0.04 EV. Okay. We're folding jack deuce off. We're calling 6 deuce suited versus button open. And on ace 9-7, we're gonna check fold our hand. King 8 off versus limp from cutoff. It's gonna be a check. We hit our king on the flop, so we're gonna bet a third. The solver's not doing that. We go cold. We're gonna continue betting and bet full pot here. We are called and we're gonna check on the jack and Cutoff doesn't take the opportunity to, doesn't take the bait and does not bluff at the spot with his a6, and the solver's checking here 100% of the time. On the flop it's not leading at all, but we see the EV is quite similar. King Queen suited on the big blind versus hijack open. I'm gonna 3-bet this here, but we see the solver doesn't like 3-betting here, rather calling. And on ace 5-5 we're gonna bet a quarter and get a fold. Yeah, we see the solver's calling here 100%. It's 2.1. It's the EV is similar. Also going all in is not that bad from EV perspective, but solver's just not doing that. King deuce off is a fold versus under the gun +1 open. King jack suited is a call. King 9-8 flop, we're gonna check and just call it here. Okay, we shouldn't be just calling it here, or at least the solver's not. We're gonna check on the turn, so the villain checks behind, and we're gonna check once again, and villain checks behind. On the flop we see solver likes raising here, raising small 40% of the time, raising a little bit bigger 60% of the time. And the EV between these options is pretty much the same. Ace queen off on the big blind. Do we 3-bet this? Do we shove all in? I don't like the fact that there's no smaller 3-bet here, but I'm just gonna shove all in, and the solver agrees. He's also doing that 100% of the time, and 3-betting to 7.6 would actually be the same EV. King 5 suited on the big blind. Is that a hand where we raise 5? I'm gonna try that, but solver's not doing that. Queen 7-4 with 2 spades on the flop. We're gonna continue for 2.9. We get called. Ace of hearts on the turn. I'm gonna check and call this bet here. 10 on the river. Can we we're gonna give it up here, and looking on the options, yeah, the solver's checking here 100% of the time. It's not raising. Okay, 9-5 off is a fold. 4 deuce off is a fold. Jack 10 off is a call. We check on king 6-3. Villain check behind. Now we're gonna try and bet. And we're gonna try and bet a third. Solver's not doing that. Ace on the river. We're gonna try and bet 10% and fold to the shove. And if we take a look at what the solver's doing on the turn, it's checking nearly 100% of the time. Yeah, to protect our checking range, I guess. And it makes sense, we should be checking it. And we see the action on the river is actually, again, 100% check from the solver's perspective. This bet 10%. is not a big EV loss, but well, the villain took this opportunity to get us off a better hand, so that's quite interesting. Jack 3 we're gonna fold. 10-7 off versus a limb from the bottom, we're gonna check. We hit an open ender. We're gonna check on the flop and raise it up or just call here. I think we're gonna raise it up and call the all-in. Bottomless queens, and on the flop we see it's 36% call, 50% all-in, and then another 15% are either the raise that we did or a bigger raise. So 9-4 off, we're gonna fold. 7-4 suited, we're calling versus under the gun. We hit 10-5-4 board. We're calling this bet here with our hand. I think we should be, yes, 5 on the turn. Well, we check, but the solver's not checking. We check again on the river, and we take the spot down versus ace jack suited. But let's see. So on the turn, 75% of the time the solver will lead here for 20% bet. 20% it will bet half pot, and then the check is just 5% of the action. But again, if you take a look at EVs, they're the same. And on the river, the solver's almost exclusively betting here a third pot bet. And again, the EV of all the options is almost the same. Okay, Jack 7 off. I think we call here, and that's correct. I'm gonna check on this board, and with our gut shot, we sometimes min raise here. I'm just gonna fold, but yeah, we see the solver's not doing any. Well, it is doing a very small percent of raising, but yeah. Okay, we played 20 hands. Again, not the greatest score, but hopefully we are improving at least a little bit. 67. Yeah, but I'm not sure if this actually counted, this session counted to our overall. Yeah, but it should. So yes, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have anything in mind, you can leave it in the comment section below, and you can subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.